You will actually like watch your teammates devour food in front of you on fight week and just get them to like explain the sensation
Yeah,
to you, right?
yeah. I don't know what the word is for that. There's a word. My Lyman used to say it all the time. Yeah,
Sickness.
yeah. There's something. Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit sick. Yeah, man.
What up, maniacs? Shakiel Mahjouri here, and you know who this is. Stand back, because there's a hurricane coming through, but it's not WWE superstar Hurricane Shane Helms. It's Shane Hurricane Burgos. How's it going, homie?
How's it going, man? It's Hurricane Shane Burgos, though.
Yeah, you know what? Does Bruce Buffer abide by that? Because I
Yes.
know that it's true, but I've like I don't think I've ever heard him actually use it as
No,
like the
no. He
prefix.
does it
He's
the right
got you.
way. Yep. He hasn't
He's
messed it up
got you
one time.
down.
Got me.
Good. I'm
Yep.
glad
Yep.
he's got you covered.
Yep.
I'm glad you got the reference. Has that been something that's haunted you throughout your career?
I got a couple fans on Twitter and people on Twitter like reaching out to me, and like Shane Holmes actually, we went back and forth a little bit a couple years ago. But I've known that dude since I was a kid, man. Like, I used to be a huge
Amazing.
WWF back in the day fan.
Amazing. Well, there's no shortage of like MMA and pro wrestling crossovers these days. So at some point, maybe we can get some hurricane on hurricane crime. You know.
That would be pretty cool.
I love it. Now, before we get into all the amazing stuff that's coming up, of course, UFC 268, Shane Burgos, Billy Q, Madison Square Garden. That's on November 6th. I know you're food obsessed to a
Dude,
point that
you're saying
genuinely terrifies me. Yeah.
you're saying that while I got in the background guys grocery games on TV.
You're something else, man. What is chocolate lasagna? What on earth is chocolate lasagna?
That's like my go-to. Like after every fight, that's just what I have. It's basically a like a layer of like crushed Oreos in the bottom, then like a layer of like chocolate pudding, and then a layer of more Oreos, then a layer of like Cool Whip, and then another layer of pudding, and then topped off with more crushed Oreos.
If people don't understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but you will actually like watch your teammates devour food in front of you on fight week and just get them to like explain the sensation
Yeah,
to you, right?
yeah. I don't know what the word is for that. There's a word. My Lyman used to say it all the time. Yeah,
Sickness.
yeah. There's something. Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit sick. Yeah, man. We'll walk around different places and they'll go out and eat, and I'm just looking at it like, just let me know how it tastes. Just tell me how it tastes. Like, describe it in depth. How is it? Should I come here after the fight? Like, yeah, it's worth it. All right, cool.
Have you ever talked to a therapist about this? Is there some sort of deep-rooted trauma, food
I don't know,
related?
man. I swear to God, I might have a like legit eating disorder. Like when it comes to, because I fucking hate cutting weight, man. I can't stand it. But everybody knows I'm a big featherweight, so like when I cut weight, I have to do it so meticulously, and I'm so strict with my diet that I'm just obsessed with food.
Amazing. Well, hey, you do a good job. Looking good at featherweight,
Thank
top
you.
15 guys, so clearly you can handle
Yeah.
it. Tough as tough can be. Where's the excitement level at for this Billy Q fight? Obviously, he's still a very scrappy, exciting guy, but a little more grappling heavy. We've seen you in there mixing up with guys like Edson Barboza and Josh Emmett, who, you guys helped each other out to get those Fighter the Night bonuses. Is the excitement level similar, higher, lower for Billy Q?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm in a position where I can't really call the shots. I mean, I technically I'm on a 2 fight losing streak, so I feel like this is a good matchup stylistically for me too. I really do enjoy the matchup. I'm a fan of the guy, if I'm just being 100% honest, which I have no problem being honest. Like his fighting style, he approaches the fight game very similarly to the way I do. When the referee says go, he's going up until when the referee says stop. He's always looking for the finish, whether it be on the ground or on the feet. I'm a fan of him. He fights. He's a fighter's fighter, and I feel like I'm a fighter's fighter too. So stylistically, though, like you said, he is a little bit more grappling heavy. I think he's going to try to wrestle, and that's going to be the biggest difference here. Him trying to take me down, me forcing the fight to be on the feet. Because I do think that when you just break us down, and you look at us. I think I'm the more polished striker.
I would like to touch on the Edson Barboza fight very briefly. You kind of broke down. Obviously, that was sort of a scary KO for people, and you kind of came out. You're like, no, man, I was in the moment. I could tell what was going on. Talked to doctors after. I appeared to be in good health. Out of curiosity, did you see the ringside physician's sort of explanation of what he think happened, or do you have a better idea at this point of the science of what was going on in that moment?
I saw somebody say something about like his brain was too tough, or his mind was too tough, or his body, something like that, which sounds cool, and I'm going to run with that. Not to try to toot my own horn, but I do think it was that, because I do remember the shot landing, and I remember being like, all right, why are my legs fucking shutting down? Like I'm trying to stand up straight, and my legs they're like, nah, we're gonna go down. So it was a weird thing because I remember the shot. I remember I had no headaches, no light sensitivity, no nausea, no real
Yeah.
symptoms of a concussion, but I did treat it like it was a concussion. Obviously, I wasn't stupid about it. I've been
That's good, man.
taking my brain health super seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I've got, bless them, I got friends at this point. They've got so many concussions that like a light breeze rolls through the city and they're out.
Oh.
So you gotta take care of yourself. Shout out to them. Concussions are a serious issue.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to touch on Josh Emmett too, real quick. I put out a little Q&A thread. Obviously, that was a bonkers fight, one of the best of the year, and he's really seriously hurt his knee. In fact, I don't think he's fought since that. He's got one coming up.
Yeah.
But in that span, you got another fight in. In hindsight, what do you think you could have done differently in those closing 5 minutes to maybe put the guy away? I mean, he's abnormally tough. If you ever heard his life story, that guy is insane what he can put himself through. So I think it's easier said than done when people talk about that fight. But do you think there's anything you could have done differently in your?
Yeah, 100%. I got caught up in the moment and caught up in the fun of the fight, and I let it slip through my fingers. Like I shouldn't have been pressing as much with the boxing at that point. I should have just stuck to my low kicks. I do have really good kicks, and his knee was hurt. So I should have just kept it simple and stuck to the low kicks instead of forcing that firefight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it turned out great for the fans and everything, but I'm the one that ended up losing in the end. So it sucks, man. I feel like I let that one slip through my fingers. I should have just stuck to the game plan, stuck behind the jab, and stuck with the low kicks in that one.
I'm a big believer in you learn more in failure than in success. So, bigger, better Shane Burgos next time around. But you mentioned the boxing. That's a perfect segue. Clearly, you have some of, I think, the best boxing in the UFC. I know it's something that you really enjoy doing. Have you ever had the thought, either now or maybe earlier on in your athletic career, to give pro boxing a go?
I mean, now I'll think about it because I see what these guys are making outside, like fighting like Jake Paul and all them. So if you want to sign me up for a Jake Paul fight when I'm done with the UFC, yeah, I'll do that. But right now, my focus is 100% just in the UFC. I can't think too much outside of that. I'm under contract anyway, so it wouldn't happen. But if they started that Zuffa boxing thing up, they have my number.
100%. What do you make of Jake Paul and Logan Paul? I think Logan Paul is supposed to have a fight coming up with Mike Tyson. Is the rumor going around? Who do you favor there? And do you enjoy what they're doing? Do you appreciate what they're doing? Do you hate it?
I'm indifferent, I would say. Some things rub me the wrong way. Some things I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. But you can't knock him. He's just a kid and he's making a lot of fucking money. So respect and props to him for making the money that he's making. But I don't know, man. I feel like he's not doing it exactly the right way. But who the fuck am I to say? So it's a weird thing. Obviously, I'm always watching and I'm rooting for the MMA guys. So cool.
Yeah.
I can't see myself rooting for the young rich 24-year-old Disney star. I just can't see how old he is. I can't see myself rooting for them over the MMA guys. But respect to what they're doing.
Yeah. Logan Paul, Mike Tyson. Early predictions.
I hope if that really happens, I hope it's just a full-on boxing match. No fucking
exhibition nonsense. Yeah,
like just make it a full-on boxing match with knockouts be allowed and shit like that. So if that's the case, then how could I pick against Mike Tyson?
The legend, man, the legend. Like I mentioned before, you are 2-2 in your last two when it comes to fight night bonuses. Let's say we make it 3-3. You mentioned Billy Q, a real scrappy guy like yourself, goes in there, loves to fight. What are you treating yourself or your friends and family to with that bonus?
Oh man, we're going on a vacation. Me and my daughters, my wife, we're going on a vacation. I don't know exactly where. That's what we've been discussing, but we're going somewhere nice, and we're going somewhere just for them, just me, my wife, and my kids.
That's amazing. What's the typical like MO on vacation? You guys like the resort family? Do you like to go out there and have an adventure?
It's been sporadic. It's really been whatever they want to do when it comes to the family part, but it's hard now because I have a 6-month-old. So
yeah,
you got to
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. You got to find something that you can do where the 4-year-old has fun, but then the 6-month-old isn't in the stroller the entire time. You know what I mean? So that's, we haven't locked it down yet. I'm thinking somewhere in Florida, just because it's always warm, but I'm not sure. It's gonna be a nice vacation.
That'll be good. Last question for you before I let you go here, Shane. I roll through town for one day, let's say, stomach's empty, starving. Where are you taking me? What are you treating me to? Give me like the ultimate Shane Burgos eating extravaganza.
So we're talking out of camp, like fresh
out of camp. Yeah, post fight. You've been starving. We're going to celebrate.
Okay. Oh, post fight celebration.
Maybe hit up Al Quinta for the after party.
All right. So depending on the time of day, let's say if we're just going to a nice restaurant, we're going to go to Texas State Brazil, one of my favorite spots. All you can eat Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, perfect.
Amazing. Filet mignon wrapped in bacon, lamb chops, Parmesan pork. Amazing. So that's our first spot. And again, it's all you can eat. You eat until you turn that card over. So after that spot, maybe we'll chill a little bit, right? It sounds like a date. It's kind of sounding weird, but let's say,
let's say 21st century. It's all good.
All right, so let's say it's a different time of day, and we just left the bar or something. Not that I go to bars ever, but it's like 2 a.m. or something. We're going to Cars and Ramsey. It's a spot called Cars. If you look at the Instagram, so eat at Cars. Random spot I found, and they have these fat sandwiches, a bunch of different ones. Like one's called the Fat Reptar, one's called the Fat Cowboy, where they just have like it's basically a big hero stuffed with chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, French fries, jalapeno poppers, fried mac and cheese bites. All of them are different, bunch of different sauces. So that's another one of my late night spots. Not that I go there that much, but it's fucking amazing.
I'm feeling fat. Yeah, my weird obsession is if you're into burgers, George Mott's the burger scholar over at First We Feast. Amazing stuff. I'll watch him make his burgers. I will go out make the burgers. I'll come sit back at the computer and I'll watch him make the burgers again while I'm eating the burgers.
Genius. Genius.
Yeah,
Dude,
we're on the same wavelength here.
Anytime I'm eating my food, like I just finished some chicken and Brussels sprouts while I was watching Guy's grocery game. So anytime I eat, I got to get a good episode on, got to be a good part in the episode. So while I'm eating, I'm watching what I really want to eat.
Have you ventured, I don't know if they have it at your Brazilian barbecue, have you ventured into the chicken hearts at all?
Chicken heart? Literally? Chicken heart?
Yeah.
No, never.
Okay. See if it's an option.
I don't know about that.
It's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm not wasting my
I've lost you there. It's no chocolate lasagna. That's
definitely not.
All right, man. Shane, thank you so much for the time today. I'm gonna leave you with the last word, so I'll say it now, guys. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good jazz. Head over to MMAmania.com as well. Shane, you fight Billy Q November 6th, Madison Square Garden, UFC 268. Let the people know where you are, where they can find you. Or
you guys can find me on Twitter, Hurricane Shane B, on Instagram at Hurricane Shane _, and enjoy the fucking fight. It's going to be a phenomenal fight. It's going to be a phenomenal card. It's going to be a phenomenal night. I'm getting my hand raised.